What's up, everyone? Today we're going to be going over Mecha Break. This is some of the only gameplay I've found so far online. It is from a YouTuber called Fighting Cowboy. I'll throw his link in the description below. You go ahead and make sure to follow him. He has over 1 million subscribers, so you know he has some banger ass content there. So this game is a hero shooter. It looks like to be 5v5. And I just want to kind of skim through the video of some points that I were kind of looking at. From what I'm seeing, a lot of things are looking pretty good so far. I like the aesthetics of it. So right now he's discussing about like how you can only select one of the classes here. So we have like attackers, defenders, brawlers, and we have a sniper and support, and I think that's probably it. So everyone has to be unique. Now I don't think you can enter with multiple Falcons, multiple Triceras, and that probably makes more sense. And the game has a small roster to start with, so I can kind of see how that could be a little frustrating in the beginning. So I play a game called Gigantic, and what you can do is you can kind of select the characters that you want. So when you get queued, you might get your first selection that prioritizes to the next one you may play. So for example, like if you selected Falcon as your main, maybe you might choose Welkin as your second. And then like if someone else has chosen Falcon as their main and nothing else, maybe they're like, you know what, since you already have a secondary, we'll go ahead and put Welkin. So you probably you're gonna have to want to get comfortable with playing multiple characters in this game. Now, how important are the roles going to be? I'm not really sure. I think they have to have it almost like a kind of balancing act. So when you're playing, you don't want to have too many of one type. So there seems to be 2 support, 2 attackers. So that could be a thing. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can select the same as someone else.
Yeah,
I'm not sure what this one is.
Here. Yep, it looks like I am.
So when he entered a fight here, it seems to have changed his class to something else. But he selected a class, it says match found, and all of a sudden it's like, here's the class we're going to pick for you. It's not like make a different selection. Maybe this should be like a suggestion, but like at the same time, I think it's just the roster is too small right now, right? So you just gonna have to just deal with it. The roster is what, only like 6,
into a brawler. And this is kind
like
of what I was
8 characters
about.
maximum.
So since I have 4 unlocked, it's gonna make me play this guy. It's not gonna let me play.
Let's go ahead and take a look. Let's zoom to the actual gameplay here.
We have mod parts which are able to customize different aspects of the mech, which we'll talk more about those when we get out the match.
That's super cool.
The menu, but
like getting into the mech.
Jumping into a match.
That's really awesome.
Gameplay. So
it's like the little animation that they do.
Itself, to be honest,
it kind of adds to the game for me. Even though this is essentially just like a loading screen, right?
I thought it was going to be. In fact, it's actually pretty chill compared
she's
to
ready.
kind of the breakneck combat that I've recently gotten used to playing Armored Core. But I think you kind of need to slow things down. A lot of people didn't have defenders, so I would queue into a match.
So it's kind of just let them go through like the pace here. So everyone's kind of just gliding. Not really going too fast to the middle point A. So let's take a look at the HUD here. So right where I'm at, where my webcam is at, is it's the 5 players. So you can see their life. So you can see a couple of them are here. Right above that's the map, of course. So you see there's 3 areas. Right now there seems to be only A is available. The other 2 are locked, which I didn't really notice. It's at a neutral point right now, so it's like it doesn't take too long to capture. So it seems to be one of those like capture it and it's a time thing. So earn points by kills, earn points by holding the base. But obviously this invites. That's kind of cool because I used to play this game called Galahad, and I won't get too much further into that. But the middle point being the only thing unlocked, like starts you off into action immediately because that's where everyone's going to go, right? So you're automatically going to be introduced to your first 5v5 like off the bat, right? So as you can see here, we're just gonna go into a 5v5. Now I don't know when the other ones are unlocked. See, A is about to be captured here. No, activated. Oh, so it's activated to be able to be captured. So well, let's go ahead and fight for it. As you can see here, the fight in it's pretty decent pace. Now it isn't like crazy boost around like Armored Core, so we're not gonna compare it too much to Armored Core. I thought it was gonna be like a little zoner ender-ish, but it's not overall all over the place there. You can fight in all axes here. Most of the fights can be in the ground though. Some characters do utilize the air a lot more. I thought it was gonna be a lot of aerial fighting and all that stuff. All right, so as you can see, let me see. So C and B automatically started to unlock, but they're not ready to be captured, it seems. So A is still being contested. So it's essentially winning the fight here. It looks like some people are moving to the other points already. They're like, you know what, screw it. We're probably going to go ahead and capture C and B early. All right, we have a sniper there. Trying to be a decoy. The map itself is looking pretty good. Like you have these elevators and you have water. things like that. I don't think anything's destructible though. I don't think you can like cause any map destruction of any kind. No, I guess that's okay, right?
Anytime you do a melee attack, you have a pretty aggressive dash in with it.
I actually want to play this character a lot. This seems to be like my play style. You can knock down the trees, knock down this this shipping container here. And look at that, it's kind of like flies, some weird pattern. Oh, this is a cool little encounter. So he's fighting this guy who's flying around. Hits the shield, and he's trying to boost out. Takes too much damage before he turns around, realizes it, hits the shield up. And I guess he tries to go for the charge. Doesn't do too much. He realizes, you know what, I'm going to try to get out of here. And doesn't do too much to escape. He gets clapped up. So what happens when the match ends? So you get the victory screen, you get your score. I guess things are turning off. That's what your objective was, to stop the power.
How happy were you with the match screen?
And like, it shows your stats, and just like, I guess that's the play of the game. He disrupted it, and it of course shows your pose, which all hero shooters have to have, like the pose here. And I'm pretty sure you might be able to update that. See, things like that I don't really too care about. It's like when you buy like sprays, poses, things like that, I don't really care about in the hero shooter genre. Those became like staples. They're like, play of the game, and here's my little ending here. I don't really care about that stuff at all. I like the customization off rip, and we're going to get into that a little bit later. So there's your stats. I think this kind of stays with you forever, like your victory win rate overall, that kind of just stays there, like for all time. And here's the stats on the bottom. So you have your 6D and your 8 assist here. I think there's an overview that I don't think he ever clicks into, but it might go into more damage. This is just your rank that you currently are. So here's the thing I wanted to stop here and talk about for a second. So this looks like your normal battle pass track, right? So this have like the little briefcase, right? So that might be like, it's a key locked under a battle pass. So you get the top one for free, and you may get the bottom one, the bonus contracts, if you buy in. And you know, what was that, another character? So why wouldn't you want to buy the content, right? So whoever knows what the price is going to be there. So you get points, contract credits, and these might be credits here as well.
Go away. That thing popping up every match gets absolutely obnoxious.
So I like the animations of just like selecting your character. So watch when he goes to the character, just goes away, other one comes back up. Some parts move a little bit. I like that. Those are like small things in games that like I really appreciate. Like some games might even omit that, but I like it. So I am liking the fact that there is probably going, like he's explaining here, there is probably going to be some customization. I just hope they're not all locked to like microtransactions in some kind of fashion. You're probably gonna have to expect it to be as such. So here's the mod parts he's talking about. You can add like extra slots. So everything's probably gonna have the same picture, but they're gonna do different things. So for example, this one has shield capacity up +3 in fluid shield regeneration overload, down -2 minuses. That's the stats. Plus plus plus, negative negative.
So here I can increase my shield.
Sure. It is cool how they have like these different kind of built-in like presets, and it shows you of course like which part it's going to change if you were to change that color. But the crazy part is the colors in this game are actually locked to the treasure chest. Of course, you know, fancy loot box about to break. What color is it going to be? We got a common, a dark purple. So he does have other kind of loot boxes here. So this one is probably going to open up something completely different. I think it's going to be like that mod part. Okay, so we have mod part and we have more credits. So more in-game credits. Plus 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 plus. Like, what is plus 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 plus? Minus regen. Like, why wouldn't it be percentages? Like, why wouldn't it be percentages? And these are the good things. Like, if you guys are big brain out there, get your Excel spreadsheets out and start, you know, looking at the pixels and seeing how much more cooldown or speed this is going to be. I just like this when something like when I was playing For Honor and everything was just kind of like extra vague. The thing would go up a little bit, okay, but how much really? And it was actually turned out to be like absolutely insignificant. You know, some things were way more insignificant than others, but you had to just find that out through trial and error. And so yeah, so this is actually a season. So season 1 definitely going to be battle pass thing, guys. So as you can see here, this is probably going to be what I said earlier. Here's your normal experience for your rank, whatever. the rank's gonna be like whatever. It's just more like a time played kind of deal there. And then here's the bonus content that you're gonna want to do. And if you're unlocking characters through that, I can only imagine that like it takes over what, the 18,000 score in order to unlock one of those characters, and now you can get it through the battle pass right there. So of course you're gonna want to get the battle pass. You have your daily missions, so you have the week, just have some weeklies, and you have some dailies, and of course these are probably gonna net you some more of that in-game currency you're gonna be just eager for. You know what I'm saying? If we play the same attacker, since you are apparently loud, see, look at this. This whole scene is really cool. Getting in the suit there.
Interesting. It's like, the thing is, I don't usually play.
That's like, it's like the power source. Just spin the gem, move it to the side here where we get ready. That's really cool. There's another animation that shows you that the inner workings of the mech when you die. It's like an ejection scene. I want to get to it. Here, shows you a little bit of the map we're going to go to. Shows you the objective. So this seems to be like move the point, like double payload. If you guys play like Overwatch or Paladins, it's like move the payload this way, but they are also moving their payload at the same time. He actually starts this round going like all up in the air, so he actually has like an aerial fight in the beginning. So you have to be like, the game actually offers that. You don't have to fight in the ground. You can fight in the air if you want to. This guy absolutely cooks his boy in the sky. I want to see if we can get to a part where he actually gets killed, so I can show you that death animation. It's really cool. Again, if you guys want to watch the full content without me kind of cutting through it, go ahead and check out the description down below. Check out his video there. You can just watch the match full. So this is how it looks when you die. Here's the animation. That's really cool. Right? But here, look at the bottom. Let me see here. The timer starts. It is a long respawn. So you have your 5 seconds right there, and then you also have your 27 seconds right there.
Yes, as you can see,
so you don't want to die. So don't. He's still waiting. This isn't like a 6-second, 10-second respawn. Quickly look what you did, assess it, get back into the fight. Because it's not like as soon as you respawn, you're not like immediately in the fight. You'll see what happens when he comes back at least. So he's just spectating, waiting. Okay, that's pretty cool, right? Okay, we're diving in. And now we're still flying. We're still not in the fight yet. But at least we're able to control where we're going to land in a way. And at least he gets right into a combat here because this guy happens to be in the sky. So you definitely dying is like 30 to 30 plus seconds of you just sitting there thinking about what you did. So it looks like this guy is advancing this cart here. So he's controlling the cart and then making it go backwards now. So if you just look at the top of the screen, let's take a pause. It just seems like we're just a race to get whoever's cart to the end. So you're moving your cart, and you're also trying to slow their cart or make their cart go backwards. So he just moved their cart up. All right, now they're defending it to kind of make it or slow its progress to go back down, while maybe some other team members are moving forward. As you can see here, it doesn't look like there's really super reasons for like tanks, and like there's no like your tank going in and like the healers just sitting there healing everyone. It's just a little bit more deathmatchy, I guess you can say. Maybe just because the game is brand new and we're kind of just like, fuck it, we ball and just do whatever kind of deal there. Maybe become more prevalent in the future. Or like where you get like a defender who wants to actually sit on this thing, he can actually survive the most, gets a couple healers on him, and like we're really pushing this cart more so than what they're doing right now, kind of deal there. So this particular character is really cool because when it dies, or I don't think it has to die, it can actually take off its armor. It becomes like this like Gundam Virtue in a way, so it has like all this damage potential, but then it releases armor. It doesn't have any essentially main attacks other than like slashes. See right now, maybe he'll get damaged enough. His green bar is done. Boop. So he goes into this like a Gundam Natalie mode and just starts just cooking. If he can get a damage in. Ooh, bam, bam, bam. Something like Gundam Exia. In a way, he just keeps getting parried. So I think if you attack at the same time or block at the same time, you can like push them back, and he keeps getting knocked back. It's kind of dangerous for his particular, because he has like low health. It's almost like Diva, right? So he's switching up the character. Oh, get stuck in the box here. Oh, once it's stuck, almost got killed by the blocker. He's just staying alive. He's just staying alive. Okay. Yep, we got our card in there. That's pretty cool. So everything appears to be pretty snappy so far. Again, this is alpha. All the damage and all that stuff, all can be adjusted. These end screens, everything can be adjusted here, right? Geez, so 1 million damage. Damage taken. 500,000 there. Let me see here. So you have your accolades, you have your play of the game. And then you have your pose in the rain. So yeah, overall I think the game looks pretty good. This is one character I don't have any information on. I definitely want to see. I think this guy's name is Inferno. So he's the one you can unlock if you get to this point here. That's probably why they don't have it on the main website. It's because he is like an alpha unlock. He mentions it's coming off the heels of Armored Core. I say it's coming off the heels of the death of Gundam Evolution, because we are now hero shooters. We're trying to fill that space. Gundam Evolution was a hero shooter that was a pale imitation of Overwatch, and in my opinion, it just wasn't good. Like, I liked it. Obviously, I wanted to play it. I had a lot of content. I kind of removed the content because it's kind of like at the end I just didn't like the game for what I was trying to do. I won't talk about that game too much right now, but long story short, it just became like not really fun. And as a mecha game, yes, you're playing Overwatch, but there's just no customization whatsoever. They could at least added that, and it would have made more sense to a player like me going into it. If you had so much opportunity, it'd be like, well, Overwatch didn't do that, so we don't have to do that. Well, Overwatch is not doing the best right now, and Paladins is still around, and that game still has less than minute queues. This one seems to at least have that element there. So I think that's going to be one of the parts that people are really going to be curious about, being able to put in the certain different mods to be like, you know what, I do favor more shield blocking but like less recharge time. So I guess he can hold the shield up longer. You know, I'm just thinking of stuff, whatever. Be able to tweak it to your play style. At least you have that ability. So I think that's what this game is really coming off of, because like this game is actually kind of slow compared to the Armored Core. Armored Core is a different kind of beast. It's a lot more difficult, I think, to get into when it comes to like the kind of stats that you're going to be dealing with. But that's like more pure mecha game. This, in a way, is again, it's a hero shooter with mechas, and I'm glad it has like the flight fighting. So that makes it a lot different than what your usual hero shooter can be. Because otherwise, you can just like, I don't know, make everyone like Spartans, right? And it would essentially be the same thing, just super soldiers. Anyways, I'm still excited for this game. When it comes out, I hope I get into the alpha. I don't think I'll be able to talk about it too much when I get into it, because there's NDAs that has to be signed. If I do get into it, that'd be awesome. If not, oh well. I definitely am planning on playing this game on release, however, so we can of course dive into exactly the nuances. If you guys want to keep up with this game with me, go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Of course, hit the like buttons to help me out here, guys. Coming off a big hiatus, so definitely need some support here as I get back into the swing of things here. Definitely going to be following a lot of this game. And if there's any other mecha games that you think are coming out, or you heard it coming out, go ahead and throw them in the link in the comments down below, so I can go ahead and take a look at those games and see if we can also cover and keep up with those as well. Because we don't want to miss some of these games now. You know, we've missed a lot of mecha games in the past, but let's go ahead and check out some of these ones. I'm not sure if this game is even releasing this year. Right now is still this test was done in 2023. Release dates, who knows? Could be early next year, but let's go ahead and keep up with it. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Thanks for watching again. If you guys want to check out some more mecha video game content, go ahead and check the video right here. And if you want to go ahead and check out some Gundam content, I also do some Gunpla model buildings, things like that. Go ahead and check the latest video I just did right here. I know life can be hard out there, guys, but keep your head up, keep moving forward, and most importantly, let nothing stop you. Peace out.